Good day, I'm Adrian Atkinson and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, October 11, 2023. An additional $200 million has been allocated for government's dengue mitigation program. Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave the update in Parliament on Tuesday, explaining that it's for a complementary program targeting schools, households and communities across the island. It is being funded by the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, the Tourism Enhancement Fund and the Ministry of Education. $70 million will be allocated through the Ministry of Education for the clearing of school grounds. This will be done in collaboration with the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
We have had several complaints of schools that are literally overtaken by mosquitoes, and so we're giving a strategic response with making that allocation.
Each constituency will be given $2 million to carry out a community cleanup campaign, focusing mainly on the removal of bulky waste. The Prime Minister says consideration may be given to the debushing of open lots.
The allocation of these resources targeted at communities and households, it is specifically because whilst the Ministry of Health can pull certain levers, the fogging, the targeting of gullies and drains, but we really have to enlist the household in the fight against dengue.
An amount of $331 million was allocated by the Ministry of Health last week to undertake a major mitigation program to control the dengue outbreak being experienced by the country. Jamaica and the European Union have launched a €9.5 million program to advance digital integration in various sectors. The exchange of documents took place on Tuesday for the initiative dubbed Digital Jamaica. The program will be implemented by the Office of the Prime Minister, the Ministry of Education and Youth, and the Ministry of Industry, Investment and Commerce. It will connect Jamaicans through high-speed internet, support the installation of Wi-Fi networks in schools, and the training of students and teachers in digital skills. Support will be provided to micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, MSMEs, to adopt technological solutions. It is expected that the program will facilitate greater use of digital tools to further bridge the divide and equip young people with the skills needed to succeed in the future. Minister with Oversight for Skills and Digital Transformation, Senator Dr. Deni Morris Dixon, hails the program as a beacon of change and development. She says a population equipped with digital skills is better poised for innovation, more competitive in the global arena, and likely to attract more investors.
The initiative aims not to only transform the technological landscape of Jamaica, but to empower our citizens by enhancing access to information, promoting digital literacy, and fostering innovation and entrepreneurship.
Deputy Secretary General for Economic and Global Affairs at the EU, Helena Koenig, says Digital Jamaica is the first concrete grant-funded multi-sector program of support to the island's digital transformation agenda post-COVID-19.
Digital Jamaica represents a well-packaged program of support to key challenges identified by Jamaica as imperative to address over the next 4 years.
The government has approved a 19% fare increase for bus and taxi transport operators, which takes effect this Sunday. There will be no change in fares for the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC, and Montego Bay Metro. Transport Minister Darrell Vaz made the announcement in Parliament on Tuesday. He says the recently formed Public Transport Operators Steering Committee ensured that the fare adjustment was equitable. The increase is staggered, with the second phase of fare adjustment to take effect in April 2024 with a 16% increase.
That was done, Madam Speaker, because we are cognizant of, obviously, the impact, the inflationary impact of transportation, and therefore it was a consensus that we wanted to see how best we could cushion this and, of course, allow for the new financial year and the Minister of Finance to take this into consideration ahead of time of the 24-25 budget.
He says additional work is being done by the steering committee to resolve other issues in the sector.
These issues include the lamentable condition of the transportation infrastructure throughout the island, enforcement matters, and the state of road markings and signage. I am very serious about creating a public transportation system we can all be proud of.
The Bail Act 2023, which will reform the country's bail framework in the criminal justice system, was passed in the Senate on Friday. The legislation will repeal and replace the existing Act of 2000. It extends the consideration for bail from 24 hours to 48 hours to allow for administrative matters to be taken into account. The new law will permit the granting of bail at 3 stages. There is the pre-charge stage, which is before a person is formally charged, but after being arrested or detained. Then there's the post-charge stage. This is after a person has been charged, but before being convicted. And finally is the post-conviction stage. This is when a bail is granted after being convicted, but where you have appealed and were on bail before. Leader of Government Business in the Senate, Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith, who piloted the legislation, says the amendments represent an overhaul following a thorough review.
Not only the existing law and the past law, but with the following considerations also firmly before us. Internationally accepted best practices, changes which have taken place in our society, and the unavoidable scale and characteristics of criminal conduct in Jamaica.
Opposition Senator Donna Scott Motley says the bill had evolved significantly from where it started.
Every effort was made to ensure that as far as possible, this act would meet the intention of the policy decisions which the government had made, that it would be just, that it would be fair, that there was a delicate balance between the rights of a citizen and the freedom which the rest of us seek.
And finally, today is being celebrated as the inaugural observance of Boger Day, which is to be an annual designation. The day marks the anniversary of the Morant Bay Rebellion, October 11, 1865, when Boger led a march from Stonygot to Morant Bay in protest of inequality and economic conditions affecting the people of St. Thomas and Jamaica in general. The proclamation was issued by Governor General Sir Patrick Allen in response to a request from the Minister of Culture, Gender, Entertainment and Sport, Olivia Grange. Minister Grange made the announcement in the House of Representatives yesterday.
I'm pleased to be able to proclaim Boger Day, even as some of the dreams of Boger for better working and livable conditions of the people of St. Thomas are coming to pass.
Minister Grange says a story is being told that the Jamaica House of Assembly passed a resolution in 1865 to punish the people of St. Thomas for their action, determined that the parish would see very little development. She says development plans by the government will change this.
Very soon, the people of St. Thomas will have greater access to the commercial center of our country by way of a new highway. And further, also the development of the Morant Bay Courthouse into a modern museum. This will no doubt enhance the quality of life for the people of St. Thomas going forward.
The observation falls within Heritage Week, being celebrated from Sunday, October 8 to National Heroes Day, Monday, October 16. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thank you so much for watching.